Boom, we out here with the homeboy, Priddy.
My king.
And,
King of the East.
You know, King of the East.
I'm East Lord.
Listen,
I'm not even trying to claim the East.
Yo, I respect that. I respect that.
Yeah.
I'm glad that we're respecting each other's territory.
I watched the Big Star and a Reason interview, and I'm like, nah, I'll give it to you. I'm like, yeah, King of the East. That's
King of the East.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Come on.
It all started with you guys.
You know,
man.
listen.
Yeah.
You know, yo, man. Firstly, straight out the bat, we got you in a good day. You just got signed by Ambitiouz. Well, that's what we're assuming.
Yeah.
You can confirm.
Yeah, man. The truth, as you can see on the T-shirt, Ambitiouz Entertainment.
Ambitiouz. yeah. You're gonna have the ad lib out there.
Amen. But shout out to Ambitiouz, man.
Yeah.
It's been, it happened like this, but behind closed doors, it didn't happen like this.
Yeah.
So it's been weeks of talks and me just understanding Khosi, him understanding who I am, and him joining me in studio, seeing what the sound is, vibing to the sound as well. Also for him to learn what the sound is, hear what my direction is. Obviously me hearing what he had to offer, me having my terms, and in the end, man, I was happy. I think it's a deal that is gonna. The first thing I said when I signed pen to paper on Wednesday, actually, Tuesday afternoon, I told Khosi, I'm like, congratulations on the biggest deal of your life, and that's what I feel, man. I just feel like I always felt I've been signed before Slick, and if anyone knows me, I've been pushing this independent thing for like a very, very long time, And it's not to say that the independent thing wasn't working out at all, like it was, but I'll be honest with myself in saying that I had no structure. I had no real structure. I was managing myself. I was doing my own PR. I was, sending out my own invoices. Me fighting dudes for my money, promoters. Me being my driver, and it's like in that kind of space it's a beautiful space to be in because you get to take control of like everything that you do. But one thing it didn't allow me to do was to create the music. So because you busy all the time, you're chasing everything else. Like by the time you get home, like you're too tired. Even writing a verse is like, and I'll go like months now without writing verses. Or if I was writing verses, it was for a particular song and never like just writing like I used to write. So
it takes the love of just doing
exactly,
it away.
Man. And I started to enjoy it a lot less. So yeah.
All right, that's deep, man. I mean, so basically, I just genuinely from what Ambitiouz has done historically, I think it's going to be a good opportunity to profile yourself. They really know how to get people out there. I always say, with Khosi's model, which is an Ambitiouz model, I always go, if Khosi could just take all the guys who win like the competition from Idols, he'd literally make those guys because they've already started.
I agree.
I think he knows how to build you from there with his strategy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Cool.
And proof is Amanda Black.
Before he signed Amanda Black, I always just say, Khosi's model is a bit different from a lot of other people's models. As a guy who's worked in the industry, I might go, but like one where I felt that like his model is got strength is that if you got fire already behind you, and then he backs you.
I agree.
I think he can do something.
Definitely.
You know what I mean?
And I agree.
But obviously, the obvious questions that are going to come is with everything that's been happening, what type of deal have you signed? What's the paperwork like? Are you not going to come out a year later and minute you like saying Ambitiouz forever, and then all of a sudden you're like Ambitiouz for never? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like your fans would want to know that, how comfortable are you with the deal? Obviously you can't reveal what the deal is about,
Totally,
I saw you came with an Aston Martin. I saw the Aston.
This guy's gonna get me in trouble. Yeah, man. Firstly, I'd just like to say to the fans, I don't even know which is the main camera. That one?
Yeah.
I just want to say thank you to everybody who's ever backed me up, everybody who's ever supported me, anybody who knows me and who knows my brand, who knows the music, and who knows just the muscle behind Priddy Ugly. It's been like a good run, and how I see it, man, is like a caterpillar in cocoon phase. You know what I'm saying? As a caterpillar starts off as a caterpillar, you eat, you grind, you whatever, but there comes a time where you need to metamorph, you know. And I've been through it. I've been in that process for the past couple of. The plan was to release a project January this year, but I just felt like I had to just take some time back because like last year was like such a crazy and overwhelming year for me. You know, like health-wise, I took like health scares. I was exhausted. I was, you know, because we're just doing like everything, you know. And in December, I got time to spend with the family. I got some more perspective. Got to grind myself a bit. Ground myself, and just take introspection and just see where I want to go, what I want to do, where I see the brand going. Because we can debate that the Priddy Ugly brand has been successful or not successful, but in me, like everything that I've done has been a success, man. You know, me waking up
artist,
as an independent,
you just need a fire behind you.
Bro, I agree.
You know what I mean? But like as an independent artist, I'm like, who the fuck are Priddy Ugly's fans though? You know, because when I check you, man, your numbers are always looking good. You know, you get good interaction. Who do you think are your fans though?
Man, I've been blessed, dog. Like it's weird, dog. When I came, I'll be completely honest in saying when I came into the industry, I came in very selfishly, bro. I just cared about myself. It was just me. I just wanted to put this music out. Yeah. I felt like the industry lacked someone like me. Yeah. And, you know, it's like the first video I had like a naked girl in the bedroom, and we had like very explicit scenes. Because that's what I wanted to do. I felt like South Africa didn't have like any shock value at the time, you know. And I felt like in America, like it happens all the time and it's embraced, you know. And here it wasn't embraced the same way. But basically for me, it was just like I've been doing this for such a long time. I never knew what my fan base was like. I learn every day. So I can be in Noord and bump into a guy who knows my stuff. Literally, there's a sushi place that we eat out in Norwood. You know, me and my girls, one of our favorite places. I don't eat sushi really, but you know, I go there for curry. And there's boys who
niggas
like
from the east will always display. You know, I also learned about sushi. Yeah.
It's not really my, you know, I'm learning, you know. And the guy who guards the car outside, you know, one day after a night out with my girl, after eating, he came up to me and dude, this is like a very like, no disrespect, a very crusty looking guy. You wouldn't expect him to even know what a TV is or have seen a TV. And he came up to me like, yo, I'm fit to come to my class, you know, that song, you know. And I was like, yo, so guys like this know me. I have like BEE guys who are fans of mine, you know. It's so widespreading, bro. Like young kids to older people. But now, as an independent and without me having like the database, I never really had direct access to all those people. I meet them in the streets, and every time I see fans of mine in the streets, I'm always like, well, where are these people when I need downloads, you know, when I need campaigns?
But
they're there, they are though, they are.
You get, for a guy who I've hardly, you know, you drop a video, but you're not on interviews like that.
Yeah, I'm not on TV,
you're not on radio. You're not on radio.
Yeah.
But damn, man, you got like, you got fans. You know what I mean? Like, you know,
I've been blessed.
You know what I mean? And but yeah, I'm always interested. You like a mysterious cat to me. You know, like who is Priddy, right? I mean, are you like, you Priddy, as your name is, you know, ugly, and when I say pretty, like a pretty boy, right? What makes you know you had a whole exhaustion thing last year. You sat with the fam, but you're so mysterious. There's nothing about you, you know, that I can link that this guy's like this. You know what I mean? What makes you tick?
Good music makes me tick, man. Bad music makes me tick, you know. But I'm not the type of person I don't feel like my thoughts and my thought process sometimes and my opinions even like matter. That's just who I am, you know. So I'm not gonna post. If I don't like a song, I'm not gonna post it on Twitter. It's for me to know. If you're close to me, you'll know that. Hey, that song, I really don't like.
But in life, though, I mean, in life, outside music, what's a day? What does Priddy wakes up? You know, where does Priddy wake up? You know, you wake up at home. You got a mansion. You know, what a deal.
Let me break it down to you, man. I'm originally from Angola.
Oh yeah.
Born in Angola. My mom is Angolan. I came to South Africa when I was very young. My dad is South African. So already like culturally, there's like a mixture in the family. My dad was a freedom fighter, and he met my mom in exile while he was in the army, that side, and he's still very involved in the government today. You know? Not a prolific member like your parliament seats, no. It's just a regular guy. So I come from very humble beginnings. You know, I think when I came in, like a lot of people had this conception that I was like a cheese boy. You know, no. My mom doesn't work. She's a stay-at-home wife. I've never had a helper. My mom has been the helper at the crib, you know. And my pops has been also very supportive. So before I got into the music thing, I was big into soccer. I did athletics for the national side. I did 100 meter, 200 meter long jump. I did soccer. I played for Morocco Swallows, apprentice junior.
Real?
Yeah. And what happened?
I think I've seen you somewhere. I'm lying.
It might have been playing team in the streets of the East.
You know,
So, yeah, man, that's like my background. I've had like 5 knee operations since when I was young. Got my first record deal at age 14. I was actually in a group with Frank Casino. The first group I was ever in was a Christian rap group called Narrowgate. It was a duo, myself and Big Star Johnson. We went to the same high school, matriculated together. Frank Casino, same high school. Everything, you know, from the same neighborhood, literally, you know. But outside of that, man, I'm like a really simple guy, man. I don't like the spotlight too much. Obviously now, like, you know, with the deal and everything, there will be like a lot more attention on like my end. But I mean, as far as like my personal life goes, I got a girl. Everyone knows I got a girl. I've been with her for 8 years.
Damn, we were just doing comparisons with the Dream Team guys. We're like, so he's like, Sesso's been with his woman for 6 years. He just made a year, like, well, you know, Dash never wanted to reveal how many years. It's like, you know, I think he forgot. He just never wants to look bad.
Shout out to Dash, man. Shout out to Ayana too. You know, but shout out to the homies, man. I feel like when you're in like a committed relationship, it gives me less things to worry about. You know, because now all I need to focus on is my career and my relationship, not the 7 girls that I'm maintaining, not the Insta DMs that I'm like trying to avoid people like screen grabbing, and you know, it's just like a.
And you be in trouble,
bro. Trust me, you know. So, but man, I'm a really chill guy. I love hip hop. My background is I listen to guys like Luther Vandross coming up, Teddy Pendergrass, Brooke Benson, to the Tupacs, the Biggies, to the Chingies, the Snoop Dogs. And that's what makes me, man. I'm from the East Rand, Kempton Park, Birch Acres to be exact. I call it the 6, it's Birch Acres Extension 6. So every time I refer to the 6, you know, you know, so it's like, even the neighborhood that I come from, like it's like a suburb, but it's like literally like at the edge of Kempton Park, and Tembisa's like 5 minutes walk from there, you know. On this other side is like the Afrikaners. So it's like a very humble, small, you know, little town. I won't even lie, man. I haven't had like a really even like big name from like Kempton Park. I think most people started to embrace me outside of the East before the East started embracing me. Because I think in the beginning I was like very different from what the East guys are. You know, we come from like a background of like hardcore rappers, you know, and it's like, and I came from that too. But like even when we were ciphering and battling every day, I was still like very swaggy and like flossy.
You're killing them with
like,
swag.
You know, it's like I just felt like they didn't have like a lot of dudes didn't have like finesse, didn't have like flow, and it's like it's not to say that I wasn't saying anything completely lyrical. It's just to say that I was doing it like with a flow, and like a lot of those niggas, you know, it's just like metamorphosis, platinum, you know, it's just like these big words, and it's like, and I wasn't that kind of guy, so I wasn't really embraced by like the dudes in the East, you know. It was always like, nah, man, people like this guy because the girls like him. Can I tell you that 60%? I can show you. I can actually show my Facebook stats or whatever. The demographic of my fans, as far as Facebook is concerned, is like 68% males, and the rest are females. In fact, most of the DMs that I get are from guys.
I mean, look, shit gonna change though. I'm sorry to say, you know, I know you came with the wifey out here, you know, but shit gonna change, and that's the big problem. You know, you're gonna have to always make good music so people don't get lost in how you look. Definitely. Because that's, you know, it's how you look is almost like your pro and con.
Exactly.
You know.
That's true.
You watched? Did you watch the? You said you watched the Big Star and the Reason
I watched
interview.
the Big Star.
But do you agree with what I'm saying though? That like niggas from the East, we
I agree.
we just
We're
do what we
different,
do.
though. We do what we do.
We do what we do.
Questa,
You know what I mean?
Biggie, Frank. I mean, Frank was like, you know, like he's like my brother. You know?
Yeah.
So he's like, yeah, like this industry stuff, dog. We don't care about that shit. Bro,
That's it.
You know?
Know what I mean?
It's just like it's the music, it's our passion, and whatever else we might do on the side or whatever, you know. But music is all I do. I've never had a 9 to 5.
Yeah.
I have. I used to work it out my keep. Like
yeah.
2011. Since then,
Yeah.
I've been doing music like full time. I know you asked me the other day.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's so even me signing to Ambitiouz, it's not like I was struggling, bro. You know, we had endorsement deals before. You know, I can count how many. You know, they're not like endless, but you know, I had like good endorsement deals. We get paid from the shows. We're not gigging. Like we're not like on every single flyer. We're doing gigs that matter. You know, the people reach out to me. The corporates reach out to me. And it's been dope. So just me joining Ambitiouz was just about just really getting the structure that I feel like I deserve. I feel like I should be in a better place, and Jose understands that. So like, Fana.
You came in there with your 2 feet.
Yeah.
You never came in there like begging.
Exactly.
You came in there with your 2 feet. So it gave you more leverage.
Exactly.
Basically.
True.
That's deep, man. I'm you know, for me, what I really appreciate. I'm for the culture across the board, but I really appreciate the fact that you're from the East, you know. I really appreciate how you move, you know. Like I know whenever I get some shit from you, it's gonna be you. You're not caught up in the mix, you know. You're not like you have your own inspiration, and even in your personal life, like you're saying, you know, you know what you have, you know. It's like I always said, you got your work, what you're trying to get, you got your woman, and you're not worried about everything else. And that's what I was trying to say, like with like Reason and Big Star. I was just trying to say that, you know, because we know what we want. Immediately when we get distractions, it kind of like throws us aside, and it's hard to just get back into the space, you know. So you, both you and your lady are in the industry, right? So you out here, and I always ask myself this, you know, I mean. 1 minute your lady was dancing. The last time I checked. Next minute I'm seeing her on a billboard. Next minute I'm seeing her. Next minute she's like everywhere. You know what I mean? What is the dynamics of that? Because clearly both of y'all are from the hip hop culture.
Definitely.
But the dynamic, and she's like got obviously her own part. But the dynamics of that in a relationship as a rapper, how did you guys motivate each other? And how do you keep the love, you know, because you know when you're going out with a guy, and with all due respect to all normal guys who are doing the normal thing, who's got a normal job, gets a promotion at work, and only he knows he got the promotion, and his wife and everything else. But like in our world, it's like when you do well, everybody knows. And it invites even the people who shouldn't know, you know.
True.
So for both y'all, so the relationship is never like this every day.
Exactly.
It keeps changing because they new dynamics.
Definitely.
How you guys maintain the fact that even though there's the dynamics, the center is love all the time?
Definitely. I mean, with me and my lady, you know, shout out to her. She's here. You know. We're so supportive. Like everywhere I am, she's there. Everywhere she is, like I'm there. You know, even if I'm just a guy holding the bag and just taking the pictures for her snap, it's like, yo, man, I
just like she was taking pictures
exactly,
for you.
You know what I mean? So it's like before I was Priddy Ugly, she was there type situation. You know, before even when Priddy Ugly was just like an idea. She knew I rapped, you know, but like me really saying like, yo, after school, what I want to do is music. I want to go do sound engineering. But you know, she knew that before anyone knew it. You know.
So you did do sound engineering?
I did sound engineering, I did sound engineering for 3 years. It was a 4-year course. I never finished it. But I got to my 3rd year, and then I guess the hustle just like took over. It was really hard for me to balance the two, you know. But staying in school, man, like it really does empower you. I mean, even with me even going into this, sorry, I'll get back into the relationship, but me getting into the deal with like Jose, we had a guy named Nick Matukis. I'm probably pronouncing his name wrong. A white guy from Zim, based here in South Africa, and he's one of 3 law advocates entertainment law advocates in South Africa. You know? And he was our lecturer. So we got taken through every single contract. We did case studies on every single contract, every bad contract, every good contract, what you shouldn't sign, when you shouldn't sign, who you should sign to, how you negotiate, the kind of leverage that you have, you know. So it's not like I came into this thing like very blinded. It's like there is the guidance, but outside of that, back to my girl.
Which just means that even the deal you have is with open eyes.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. You know. Yeah. So, and that's what it is with me and my girl. It's also like just the transparency. Kosi was very transparent to me in the beginning of before we even went into it to say, yo, man, this is what I want. You know. And then he let me share what I want. You know, like, so I know what she wants. Yeah. She knows what I want. The whole world doesn't need to know it, but like I know what she needs. You know. So I'm always there to provide what she needs. And a lot of the times, like, she has what I lack, you know. So when I have a flaw, she's there to, you know, to like, you know, just to boost me up a bit. You know, where she's lacking, I'm there to offer some guidance. You know, so and support, really understanding each other. And I think the fact that we're in this industry, you know, she understands. She understands what we go through. She understands what the industry is like. She understands when I need time. She understands but like even when I'm in studio, she's there. She's not like bothering me about like how hungry she is in the studio. Like she'll sit in the studio
and chicken wings.
You know, it's like none of that. You know, so it's like, cause we could go for hours without eating in the studio. You know. But like she's there, and she'll be the person who drives out to go get the food sometimes. Situation. So just understanding the dynamic of like of just our support structures, and like I understand what her goal is, I understand what her vision is. So me as her partner, I need to support her in her goal and do the best I can to help her achieve her goals, and vice versa. And that's what we understood from a very young age, you know. And obviously there are hiccups here and there, like every relationship, but like we discuss, we talk about everything. And the fact that she's always there and I'm always there, it's like it doesn't leave any room for like lies to like infiltrate. It's like you can't like, I've had people like lie to me about like what my girl's doing while I'm sitting with my girl. So it's like, you telling me my girl is out in the streets or whatever, but I'm sitting with her, we're in my room, we're watching TV, eating popcorn, you know?
Netflix chilling.
So it's like, we also like, even though everything now, we live in a technological realm and space and era and time, our relationship doesn't go there. You know, it's like you guys see the pictures, you see us at the events, you might see us chilling at home and stuff, but it's like we keep everything very intimate and very private, you know. So sometimes you won't know of my, like, you know, I'll be honest with you in saying that like there are pressures as well, because like she's doing like really well now, you know, and now because like we don't speak about everything that we do, like there are many things that I have on the side, you know, and when people look at it, it's like, oh, this girl is doing well and pretty, shame, you know, pretty is like, but you know, if you see me with her and I'm smiling, just know we're good, you know, it's like we're good, you know, and what we speak about, what we announce, what happened, you know, like this, when it was time for it to be announced, it was announced, you know, but at the crux of it, bro, it's just her understanding me, understanding my needs, and just being supportive and just love ultimately, and trust, I guess. But communication in anything, man. Communication, transparency is of utmost importance.
Shooting Kohi with a flow. Now T where you go.
Broadcast live